and you did it again. It just makes me look like an idiot. You said you were with the wrong person. I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else. You are the wrong person. Allegation of
Right out of the gate, the judge sets the tone. This is not about one mistake. This is about a pattern. When a judge says you are the wrong person, that's courtroom code for repeated chances already burned. Pause for a second. How many warnings do you think at this point?
Come up here. Hey, you're being detained, okay? Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. Just come over here so we can talk. Okay, so you're not under arrest, you're just detained. And so, I thought she was detained right now.
She just took everything out and dumped it on the floor back there. Push hands back.
Everything illegal underneath you?
They can take this. I gotta go back to school. Yeah, we did. I watched you on the camera. What? Watch me on the entire time.
What we're doing, look, if you have anything illegal, look at me. Hey, just look at me. If you have anything that you didn't buy, just send it on the counter.
Can you take this out from the room?
Not at the moment, no, because
I'm talking about.
Where you're at, you're acting like a fool.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna do this. I promise I'm not.
just like I said, just put it all right here. Nothing else in your pants or anything?
No.
All right,
All right, any other evidence with regard to count one?
There is also the footage from the inside of the car where both are detained, where she actually speaks to the other defendant without the cops being there, and she talks about how she was here and you had told her not to do this anymore. But I think that first video.
This is where things get legally interesting. The defense is trying to poke holes in the search, calling it warrantless. But here's the key detail. She voluntarily took the item out. In court, voluntary actions can undo an entire suppression argument. Would you have stayed silent here, or did she talk herself into trouble?
Being searched at the jail.
They didn't search her. They said, if you have something, take it out. She took it out and she placed it on. They didn't even have to get to the search.
I guess she could have refused and remained silent.
But she didn't, and so.
Followed the direction. And there's no Miranda issue since she wasn't arguably in custody. I don't have any argument. I will go ahead and object that that's an illegal search.
All right.
That objection being overruled is huge. Once the judge finds count one true, the momentum shifts hard toward revocation. At this point, probation is hanging by a thread. Judges rarely reverse course after this kind of finding.
3, she pled true to, so there's a finding of true, count 2. Again, everyone's had an opportunity to review that pre-sentence report. Mr. Kemmler, you may make argument with regard to punishment.
Yes, at this stage now that the state has offered evidence as to count, as to the new offense, and the court's found that to be true based on the evidence, I think that the recommendation comports with the state of the record. I would again defer to the probation department, but I think that they're seeming to indicate that the court is to keep her on probation, that she enter into the ISF program, cognitive track, and I would defer to that recommendation in lieu of revocation.
Mr.
A proposal, I suppose.
With the pending charge of this theft, she's not eligible to go to ISF.
If I may, she's set on that today. I can resolve that today in this court.
No, it's pending in felony.
It's here, it's mine.
Okay,
Because it's a prior thefts.
All right.
She's done with misdemeanor thefts.
We could resolve that perhaps today, Your Honor, if the court.
I mean, I'm go ahead.
I feel like we have given her every possible chance to rehabilitate, and she has not taken that. We would ask that.
Notice what the state is emphasizing. Not one theft. Multiple thefts. Courts don't just punish the crime, they punish the pattern. This is where rehabilitation arguments start losing oxygen. How many chances should probation realistically allow?
Taking my recommendation. All right.
Do you want to address the judge?
Yes. I feel Like, I did, how can I say this? I feel like I can finish my probation off because of the simple fact, like, this is the longest I've ever been away from my kids besides when I did 8 months, but they was younger than me, and like, I was younger, and like, they understand what's going on, and I understand, and like, me being away from my kids right now is really hard, because they be with my mama, and my mama had dementia, and she...
Stop with everybody else, because I'm not going to make my decision today based on the fact that you have kids or based on the fact that your mom needs you, because
This is one of the toughest moments in any courtroom. When defendants bring up kids or sick parents, judges have to draw a hard line. The judge is saying, emotionally powerful reasons don't erase choices already made. Do you think judges should consider family impact more, or stay strictly by the facts?
if what Mr. Smith is saying is true, that y'all were in that car and you said, Judge West said, I better not do this again, and you did it again, it just makes me look like an idiot for giving you the opportunity in the first place. At some point, you have to stop. At some point, you have to stop. Anything else?
Judge, even based on what she told probation is, she wants to be reinstated on probation. She was just with the wrong person. The girl she was with already took probation. I
Right.
wasn't the one stealing.
Yeah,
So she
I made a
doesn't
note of that.
Accept responsibility.
How is this my responsibility?
You accept your responsibility now that we saw it on a video. You didn't accept your responsibility. You said you were with the wrong person. I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. You are the wrong person. She was with the wrong person. Y'all were with the wrong, if you're in there doing it, you are the wrong person, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't take responsibility. You haven't taken responsibility. You were given this opportunity after having felonies and going to state jail for the same offense, and I gave you a probation, and I said, don't do it again.
And there it is. The hammer drops. 15 months in state jail, probation revoked. This wasn't just about theft. It was about accountability, credibility, and ignoring a final warning. When a judge says I said don't do it again, that's not advice. That's the last exit ramp.